Alright, sorry about that, just had to pause it for a quick second. What I was about to say is, I'm about to head back to Khoonda, rather than exploring the entirety of this map. Main reason being is I'm sure, after speaking with the administrator, and whoever else may be inside there, we'll probably pick up a couple of side quests which would make sense to get first before we start delving deeper onto the planet itself. But before we do head inside, I'm just going to take a quick look around the perimeter, see if there's anything we can pick up, such as this plasteel cylinder here. Ah, adrenal stamina. No doubt will come in handy at some point. And another plasteel container.
I hear you.
Use our friend Atamir just to unlock it for us. Loot the goodies within. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'll take it. Of course, all the while keeping our beady little eyes open for these components that will net us 1,000 credits apiece. Got a few entrances to the Khoonda site there. We'll try the main entrance first when we finally get round to it. And this has a familiar look to it. It looks like the place where we solved that murder mystery, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we have a calf down here. Whoa. Let's shout him down. Oh! Foul creature! There we go. In fact, there appears to be quite a few of the little critters just strolling along here. I'll just take a look a little bit deeper into this area. Not going to go too far, as I say, we're just surveying the situation. Okay, right. There's nothing obvious lying around, so we'll go back to the main complex and see what we can find out from the administrator.
What do you want now?
I think she's the one we talked to at the start of the planet. Just to find out about the administrator.
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked.
What?
We'd had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Did it cause any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a bandit is just a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, food, or whatever just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on cath hounds. Nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who has disappeared? Shalar sensing a business opportunity here.
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the calf hound and Kinran populations under control hasn't been possible, so there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. So the disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more accident-prone.
No business opportunities. That's a crying shame.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit. I'm gonna work for someone that associates with them.
Is that right? Your loss. Right, this appears to be the main entrance, so we'll pop inside, shall we?
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Khoonda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Idle gossip, eh? Could get you into a whole lot of trouble. See if we can talk to them.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garrovick is the worst of them.
Garrovick? Receptionist.
Welcome to Khoonda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Yeah. Asking about this Garrovick.
Garrovick is a salvager. The worst one of the lot. Try to stay clear of him. He's a dangerous one to cross.
See about that, won't we?
The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant and Zeron, the leader of our militia. Akare is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components.
Oh, that sounds handy. Right, where is this weapon shop?
Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right.
Okay.
If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy.
What problems?
The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too.
Yeah, well, a bit more detail about this?
No, I couldn't. If you're really interested in that, just speak to Zeron.
Yeah.
He's at the militia headquarters. Just make a right at the central corridor, and the headquarters is one of the rooms furthest in the back.
Okay. Let's get some
Certainly.
more.
What do you want to
some
know?
more directions, I think.
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Fine. I'll go when I'm ready. So we got a droid seller, we got a weapons merchant. Okay, we'll keep our eyes open. Try and find those before we speak with the administrator. Ah, Garrovick, eh? Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship. Yes.
Battered
no
ship?
friendly greetings are here for you.
Is that so? Didn't you ever learn manners?
Many of the weak are skilled in manners, but I am not weak. Do not seek to insult me again. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Wow. I think Shalar is seething right now. Dare some lowlife speak to her in such a manner. She shall remember that conversation, should our paths cross again. Right. I assume this is the way back out to the reception area. Ah, someone else to speak to.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Oh dear. Why not?
Khoonda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
Well, what exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then, they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
Again, business opportunity perhaps?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Why doesn't the administrator help?
It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late.
I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind they favor the salvagers.
Well, I'm sure I could help out.
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
Where exactly is the salvager camp?
It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them. That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Okay, so...
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran?
Let's just see what else we can find out.
Before the Mandalorian Wars, we were making great gains in civilizing this world. The Kinrath and Kath Hounds were mainly under control. We were small, but prosperous.
Then the Republic gets invaded by those flaming Mandalorians. Then a few years after that, the Jedi Civil War. We're lacking in manpower and supplies. Add to that the mercenaries. I feel a certain empathy with them, but that doesn't make them any less of a problem for us.
You don't hate them? Most people around here seem to.
War is brutal. The Jedi Civil War was worse than most. After that, a lot of us veterans didn't even have a home to go to. Others just got lost. The war trained us to fight. Some of us just wanted to look for the next battle. It was easier than dealing with what was waiting at home.
Many of the mercenaries here were just foot soldiers on both sides of the conflict. Now they're just trying to make a life for themselves. It's true. Discipline is the only thing that keeps an army from becoming an armed mob. These mercs don't seem to have much discipline at all. That could mean disaster for all of us.
Disaster indeed. Well, looks like we have ourselves another little mission here. Of course, that is the main quest. We also have the sensor research, and now we are looking to retrieve some items for this man, and he may compensate us. Something else for us to keep our eyes open. Right, that door looks like it might go to the administrator, so we'll leave that till last. Here is Baron Modril.
What brings you to Khoonda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garevik.
Garevik, the name crops up again.
Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right. I'm Baron Modril. I'm Captain Zeron's right-hand man. I help run the militia here. Well, that makes it sound more important than I am. Zeron takes a hands-on role in running the militia. If you have any real trouble, you'd have to go to him anyway.
Hands-on is another good thing. I prefer hands-on approach myself.
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So, it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them, so he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
Well, to be honest with you, this doesn't really sound like any of my concern, to be honest. Nah.
No, it really isn't. It's one of the many Dantooine problems grown right here at home. If we could export them, we'd be rich. Maybe we should just talk about something else.
Yes, maybe we should. Let's find out something else.
I'll tell you anything that's public knowledge. Most militia news passes by me and Zeron. I might be able to help.
Okay. Well, might as well cut to the chase. See if he's heard anything about any rumors about a Jedi.
I've heard that rumor too. People get really riled up about Jedi around here. Some people seem to have a selective memory. During the war, the Jedi were a big help here. They did everything for us, from clearing out dangerous beasts to solving a murder investigation.
Oh.
I try to stay out of it, though.
Murder
Standing up for Jedi is
investigation,
one way to become unpopular around here.
Is that so? Well, do you know if this rumor is true?
Maybe. Although I don't know why a Jedi would come back here. The only reason why people ever came here before was the Enclave. And with that gone... Talking about Jedi is just depressing these days. Any other cheerful problems you want to talk about?
Problems, yes. Cheerful, I can't say so. I'm looking for some sensors.
I don't know what Sadie is up to. He's working directly with Zeron on that investigation. Sorry, I can't help.
Oh, I see. And do you know anything about Suluru's problem?
Oh, you heard about that. We have so much to look into that Suluru's concern is pretty low on our list. We asked the salvagers, but they claim that the salvager responsible is nowhere to be found.
I see. We won't speak to him about the Jedi Enclave. We'll speak to the Administrator about that. So, thank you.
All right. Stay out of trouble now.
I'll do my best. Can't promise, though. Okay. So, keep an eye out for the droid and the droid seller and the weapons merchant. Oh, this looks like him.
Kino Molirani Bodon, Kin Patno Koptek Posoma, Ritushnik Bamba, Bora, Kino Molirani Bodon, Kin Patno Koptek Posoma, Ritushnik Bamba, Bora, Kino Molirani Bodon, Kin Patno Koptek.
Let me guess, selling arms.
Pasa Sushowi, Kanak, Hoshmanfuni Wado de Kuta Masapa, Tongi Wamaji, Yumaliba to Ato Into Dune. Ini kemarin suni inas di John Bla when so mas. Tong abau shan uni nong. The one ganochi. Roren manama. Kochpa ino shan opera.
Well, let me take a look.